Welcome to Penny for Your Shots, Conversations and Cocktails with Brilliant Women, the podcast where we uncork the stories and insights of exceptional female leaders from all walks of life. Our goal is to serve up wisdom, tips, and inspiration, and to support each other in rediscovering ourselves and what sets our souls on fire. We'll also share personal memories, paired with friends and a favorite beverage. I'm your host, Penny Fitzgerald, and I believe that the best stories are served up over a glass of wine or a cocktail. So grab a glass, get comfy, and let's pour ourselves into Penny for Your Shots.
Hello, friends. I'm so excited to bring you this week's conversation with someone I haven't talked to in years, Kacey Voelker. Kacey and I go way back to our days with Traveling Vineyard. She was on a very dear friends team, and while we didn't get to see each other very often, there was always a spark when we did. You know those people that just light up a room? That's Kacey. This conversation was raw, real, and deeply moving. Kacey opens up about her journey through alcoholism, recovery, and rediscovering her worth, not just for herself, but for her two daughters and the life she's building with intention and purpose. She's now a certified life coach, creating transformative tools for women who want more confidence, clarity, and joy. And she's also part of the wellness world through Plexus. We talk about what it's like to walk away from what's comfortable, set boundaries even when it's hard, and follow that persistent nudge that says there's something more for you. If you've ever doubted yourself or felt stuck in a cycle that doesn't serve you anymore, this one's for you. Here is Kacey Voelker. Hey, Kacey.
Hey,
How are you?
good. How are you?
So great to see you. I haven't seen you forever.
I know it's been a hot minute. You look good.
Thank you. You do
Yeah.
too.
I try.
Well, you're on a mission.
Yeah. Oh, cool. I'm so excited we got
Gosh.
to do this.
I know, me too. Thanks for reaching out. And
Yeah.
I'm grateful to interview you and grateful to hear your story. Okay, so for my audience who's listening and don't know, Kacey and I used to work together at Traveling Vineyard. We were both wine guides, did in-home wine tastings. We both had teams. It was just a fantastic job, and just clicked whenever we saw each other at
Yes.
conventions. And you're still in Minnesota, right?
Yep, sure am.
Awesome. I'm in Iowa for the summer.
Okay. I was wondering how that worked.
Yeah. We go back and forth. I'm in Florida when if I see snow, I'm out of here.
Nice. Maybe someday I'll get to do that too.
Yes, it was I'm grateful for that opportunity to be like a snowflake.
Yeah. No, I get it. The really cold weather is not fun.
No.
The last couple winters have been pretty mild, so
Yeah. And I'm always grateful for that when that happens, but you just never
Yeah.
know.
yeah.
Yeah. And the older I get to, the more I feel it, like even in my joints, and just,
Yeah.
I get cold so easy now.
Yeah. Yep. That and then when it's like hot, cold, hot, cold, hot, cold, which it seems to
Ugh,
do like all year round almost. It's like
yeah.
allergies are like haywire.
Oh, that too. Yeah.
Yeah. It's just like, oh my gosh, I just want it to be 80 degrees and warm outside.
Can we do that? That would be wonderful.
I'm gonna manifest that.
Yeah. All the things.
Yes. Oh, funny.
That's cool.
Awesome.
Okay, so tell us what you've been doing, because you started a coaching business,
Yes.
right?
Yes, correct. So I was working in a job that I really loved, actually, really good pay, benefits, but like I just felt like something was missing. Like
Yeah. This was a corporate job, right? You had like an in-office
it was
kind
like
of
an
thing.
office, bit for a
Uh-huh.
business. A high school graduate owns it, and that I went to school with or whatever, and it was great. I loved working there. I loved the people, the pay, the benefits, but it was just like I didn't feel like I was like living my purpose, basically. Like
Mm-hmm.
I
You're
felt
getting
like
tugs.
yeah, like I felt like I needed to be doing more. And when I had went to treatment for alcohol almost 3 years ago now, I knew then that I wanted to be a life coach of some sort. I didn't really
Uh-huh.
know how to get into that, if I needed to be certified, what I wanted to deal with, like whether it was recovery or transformation or self-confidence or health and wellness or whatever. I wasn't really sure, so I
Mm-hmm.
just kind of let it sit,
Yeah.
fester, and whatever. And then Robin had asked me to be on her podcast, and it just like clicked. Like she put the bug in my ear to like, I really want to be a life coach. This is what I want to do. So
Wow.
yeah, I signed up under the Jay Shetty program. And
Oh, yeah.
yeah, it was awesome. And it was such a really good experience. And you go really deep into yourself and then how to help others. So then I knew, like, oh, yeah, I definitely want to do this. I know how to. I have some tools and all
Uh-huh.
that stuff. So then I got certified as a life coach. And then I focused more on self-confidence when I started.
Uh-huh.
But then I'm kind of moving towards like a transformation because I'm creating my own online course for
Cool.
for my life coaching
Mm-hmm.
business because it's just something that I know works because it's the process that I took to get to where I am.
Mm.
So I'm super excited about it. It's been delayed a little bit by me for other reasons, but it's getting there. I'm in the process of getting it online and going and stuff. And so it's super exciting. And then I'll have like other things that people can download and stuff for a lower price point. But like now I've started also doing Plexus. So I'm really big into like gut health and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So just because I've been battling weight issues, health issues, diet issues, like motivation, energy, all that fun stuff that
Yeah.
women get to be blessed with.
I
So,
totally get it. Okay, so let me back up for just a second, if you don't mind. So, Robin, you mentioned Robin Hackney. Her
yes,
podcast is called Spandex and Wine. I'll put a
yes.
link in the show notes to that too, because that's
Okay.
super fun that you were on her show. And she's so brilliant. She was on my team at Traveling Vineyard, and we still work together to do a lot of different things. So, yeah, go check out that podcast and Kacey's interview there too. And that's brilliant of her to bring out in you what you had been tugging at or what had been tugging at you.
Yeah.
I feel like it's so common, the women that I work with too, you have this thing that's in your ear or on your shoulder and just a little tip, 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 like, hey, 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 there's something more.
Yep.
And we allow it to sit because we poo poo it. We think, oh, I'm not worthy of that, or I'm not ready for that, or I don't know enough yet, or who would listen to me? And all this
Exactly.
imposter syndrome, all these fears
Yeah.
that keep us small and out of our purpose. And it's
Yep.
sad.
It is. It is. It's very sad and very unfortunate. And that's exactly what I went through. Like I felt
Mm-hmm.
like my whole life I never felt good enough or I didn't deserve good things. And then at the end of
Mm.
my drinking, I was doing things that I wasn't proud of or ashamed of or um guilty of and stuff. And that then it made me feel more like, oh, I don't deserve good things or to do things that I want,
Oh,
to have my own life coaching business or whatever the case may be. Like I just had so much emotional heaviness and everything was so loud and that was what triggered me to um get sober was everything that was going on inside and the things that I was doing. And I was hurting myself more than others, but I was also hurting others. So it was just kind of like, nope, get sober. And then after that, then when I was on Robin's thing, and it just kind of like my mom was in the hospital at the time. And I just felt like, oh, this way I can, if I quit that job, I can focus on getting certified. I can focus on my parents and stuff like that. And yeah, so then it just all that all worked out. And then my mom ended up passing. But I think having the life coach stuff and friends and healthy relationships just really helped me get through that. And so it's like, I want others to feel worthy and enough and that they deserve good things. So, because once I was able to forgive myself and see my worth, everything just opened up. And that's what I want to help others do.
Wow.
Yeah.
Can I ask you a little bit more about that? If I ask you something that's like you don't feel
Oh,
good
I'll tell
about,
you,
you
I
just let me
won't.
know. Okay, good. Good, good,
Yeah.
good. Yeah, because I don't want to,
Yeah. Yep.
make you feel anything other than this is
Yeah.
I'm
No. Yeah.
yeah,
No problem.
cool. Okay. So you're working for Traveling Vineyard, you're doing in-home wine tastings, and are you having this struggle feeling like I shouldn't be drinking while you're working for Traveling Vineyard?
Yes. That was actually one of the reasons why I had stopped doing wine tastings was because
Oh,
I wasn't focusing on like the fun aspect and like sharing the wine and like all the knowledge that I did have about the wine. I was more focusing towards the end of that career, I was more focusing on drinking, and then I would unfortunately drink and drive, and it was just like, no, I just,
oh.
yeah,
It was more about the buzz and the effect
yeah,
other
yeah,
than
and
the
numbing everything that was,
experience.
yeah, yeah, it was all about numbing everything that was going on inside my brain.
Oh,
It
wow.
was the actual experience, sharing the wine, the knowledge, and that kind of thing.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yep.
So how did you I mean, were you in therapy? Were you talking to somebody that was encouraging you to understand what was happening?
I was in therapy. Yep. I'm a very open and proud um person for therapists. Like
Yeah.
I believe they do an amazing job. So,
Yeah. There's no
and then
stigma around it or shouldn't
yeah,
be
yeah, like
anymore in this
mental
day and
health
age.
is, yeah, it's really
Ah, it is
important.
health. It's
Yeah.
health.
Yep.
Yeah.
And so I had my therapist, and then I also had some really good friends, and one of them, his name is Nick. Um he just I had a conversation with him one day on the phone, and he just like opened up like how he made me see like how much I had been drinking and what it was doing to me. And it wasn't the
Oh,
first time we had talked about it, like because he's in recovery. And it was just like everything and how drinking was affecting my relationships with my friends, my family, my daughters, myself, like everything that just was like he was just open and honest and said, I really think you benefit from going to this treatment center. And so I called them the next day and
wow.
worked it all out, and everything just lined up perfectly. Like, and I'm one of the people, it's like go big or go home. So it was like, I'm either all in on this or I'm not doing it. And I had kind of been thinking about getting help before, but I didn't want to give up the fun Kacey because that's who I had been. I didn't really know who I was without.
You didn't know if you were going to still be fun, Kacey,
Yeah,
without.
like
Okay.
nobody wants to hang out with me if I'm not fun, right? So,
Oh,
like, that was a really big thing because, like,
wow.
I was so worried about what other people were going to think and that I was going to lose all my friends and stuff like that. So, um, finally, when I had that conversation with Nick, it was just like, no, I got two girls. I was single mom. I had gotten divorced, and I just was like, nope, it's time. So I checked myself in and been sober ever since, and now,
Wow. Good for you.
yeah, making better choices. I mean, we all still make mistakes.
Of
Nobody's
course.
perfect.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's just been a really, really good journey. And like it's brought me closer to like Robin. And like it's just
Mhm.
crazy how I think God puts people in your path and like things just line up. So like yeah, it's just been a really great journey, and just to learn more about myself with the life coaching stuff. And now I'm focusing on like more health and wellness and getting healthier for myself and my
Mhm.
kids. And after watching my mom go through her um, health issues and passing away, it's just like I I want to live in the moment and be as healthy as I can, basically.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
that's basically the journey that I have now been on.
Wow. Wonderful. Well,
Yeah,
it's all about the people and it's about the experiences and in the right timing.
yeah,
I mean, everything
yep,
happens for a reason. We have these people in our lives. When we go through a transformation like that or something that's big, when we want to follow that pull towards our purpose, sometimes it means getting rid of or changing some things about ourselves that we know. So it's comfortable. People in our lives who maybe not are the best influence because they're fun and we're comfortable around them. They don't judge us. Did you go through any of that where you had to like really change your surroundings, change the people around you, and like really?
Yeah. In recovery, people, places, and things is a really big
Okay.
thing when it comes to recovery. So yeah,
Uh-huh.
I had to remove some toxic friendships, and it was hard, but it
Mm-hmm.
had to be done. And I had never really had boundaries, so that was really hard,
Oh,
was putting up boundaries and um deciding who I wanted to keep in my life and not keep in my life, which I hope that doesn't sound horrible, but like,
no, it's real. It's raw,
yeah,
and it's you have to protect yourself, you have to protect your girls, you
yeah,
have to protect your energy, and you have a bigger purpose
yeah,
than.
yeah. And it was just so it was draining with, some people. And so it was just like, nope, this is what I got to do. And then I also went through like the thing where, so I'm in a small town, and like going out, it would just bring back so many like bad memories. So like for a
Oh.
while I just kind of became a hermit, it felt like. But I still had my like inner group of friends and stuff
Mm-hmm.
like that, but it was just like to go out and see people, it was hard because it was like it would remind me of things that I didn't really want to remember. But like,
Oh.
but even like the friends and stuff, it's like you still miss the times that you had with them, because you had really good fun times, but probably weren't the best things, I guess. And then it just makes you think, like, if I had removed alcohol from that situation, would I have even been friends with them, or would,
Oh.
things like that, little things like that. It
Mm-hmm.
just makes you think. Like, I still miss, like, I'm still like jealous of like my friends that can go and have like a glass of wine, because that
Oh.
wine was a big part of my life for
Mm-hmm.
how many years. So like I miss just having a glass of wine or taking a bath and having a glass of wine, but I know that I can't do that, because one just doesn't work for me.
Mm.
It's way more, and then it's just, yeah. So I just know that I can't even have that. But I can now be around people that drink. Like at first it was really hard, but
Mm-hmm.
now it doesn't bother me. Like I miss some of the things, but I don't miss the hangovers and the cost. And like, but I
Oh,
miss,
right.
like, for us with Traveling Vineyard, like I really miss the like the conventions and like seeing
Yes.
everybody and
Yeah.
the team aspect stuff.
So
So
much
that,
fun.
yes, it was. And like, so like Plexus is bringing that back for me. So that's been a
Oh, yeah.
huge benefit and stuff. And then like, and now it just seems like I feel a lot more confident on the path that I'm taking. Like I felt really
Mm.
lost back then, and I don't feel lost anymore.
Mm.
Yeah.
That's so important. Like just not only for yourself, but that community that comes
Yeah.
with doing something together and working towards common goals and
Yep.
celebrating each other. Like I remember like the end of every month, the last 2 days of every month would be just frantic.
Yeah. Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
I'm working towards XYZ goal, or
Yep.
these team members, you'd be helping them like, have you tried this? And what about, just working
Yeah.
together to make it happen. And
Yep.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's fun.
Yeah. That was something and I think that's part of the reason, like, I thought maybe I needed to have like the alcohol or the wine, but I don't think it was that. I think it was I was missing the friendships and the team, and yeah, that aspect of helping people reach their goals and stuff. And so now with my life coaching and Plexus, it's like it's all coming back together with the alcohol removed. But like I don't have anything
Mm-hmm.
against people that drink. I'm like, good for them. I'm glad that they do and they get to. And like you see all these new things coming out and it's like, oh, like it's just crazy. It's like, oh, I bet you that would have been good, but I'm good with not trying it. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's just been a very interesting journey.
Well, I can understand that. And I've talked to a lot of brilliant women who are not they've given up alcohol or have not ever, some of them.
Hmm.
Um, a lot of uh, mocktails, first of all, are having a huge
Yep.
moment.
I
So,
made one for our little
how
thing here.
fun. Yeah, so mocktails, kombucha I hear a lot,
Oh,
and
yep.
even like sparkling waters with all the flavors that are available are quite festive.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah. Do you have a
Yeah.
go-to?
I tried to give up pop too, which I've actually been doing really good, or soda or Coke or whatever you want to call it, wherever you're at.
Yeah.
But like, I really love that ice or carbonated water
I've seen
from
that.
ice.
Yeah.
Well, they have it in a can now with caffeine,
Oh.
little bit of caffeine. But so instead of drinking Diet Mountain Dew or Diet Coke, I drink that as like my go-to if I'm not drinking water. But since I'm trying to
Oh.
get healthier, I've been putting more water into my day. And then
Yeah.
I love there's a Crystal Light peach mango green tea
Oh.
packet that, yeah, that's like my go-to for water. But then now with the Plexus stuff, I've really liked the pink drink or whatever, and then I did just make a pink creamsicle is what it's called. So
Oh.
yeah, so it's the pink drink and then unsweetened almond milk, so and ice
Yeah.
and vanilla. That's super easy, and it's something that you could add alcohol to, like if you wanted to add
If you want to
something
zip it
to it.
up.
Yeah, yeah, like spice it up, go for it. But yeah, it's just so I have a friend too that she likes to try different mocktails. So it's like, I don't know, it's just kind of a fun thing that I could see myself getting into is just
Uh-huh.
experimenting with all
Yeah.
different kinds of mocktail recipes. Or yeah, carbonated water, I think the flavored stuff you could pretty much do anything with.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so yeah, it was weird finding a go. I have tried some of the alcohol-free wines and stuff, but nothing compares to good old
Yeah.
Traveling Vineyard wines. So, like, just not the same. It
Well,
didn't bring
yeah, I
back the
don't
same
know.
memories.
No, I'm sure not.
Yeah, so yeah, the memories of Traveling Vineyard are just near and dear to my heart
Yeah.
just because it brought a lot of good things. So,
Yeah. Well,
but
I'm excited for you about Plexus because the community, I can just imagine, being in any direct selling company, you hear a lot of people poo-poo it, or you hear a lot of people say,
yep.
"Oh, it's a pyramid." Okay, first of all, it's not. It's an
Yeah.
it's an actual, it's a legitimate business plan.
Yes.
It's just a few bad apples that make it sound, or
Yep.
can make it, can really hurt the rest of the people in the industry. And it's just unfortunate in that. But
Yep.
it is a valid form of,
Work. Yeah.
changing your life. I mean, as a person who is a representative of those companies, you have the opportunity to work for yourself,
Yep.
but you have a support system behind you of,
Yeah.
this community that we're talking about. That's very important.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I love, I'm a big, huge supporter of network marketing, direct sales, um, just because I have been doing it for so many years and it is a nice little, whether you're doing it full time or side gig or whatever, like it does help people pay for daycare, for groceries, for everything. And
Absolutely.
I've experienced it myself. So,
Mm-hmm.
um, yeah, I just, and like we had said, it's the community and having people behind you. And I've always been blessed with really good jobs or really good bosses, very supportive people in my life. But I do know like friends and family that have ones that they don't have the support in their corporate job or whatever they're doing. Or
Mm-hmm.
there's too much competition or whatever, where I don't know. That's one thing I love about the direct selling aspect was like with Traveling Vineyard and what now with Plexus. It's like you just have a community of like-minded people that are there
Mhm.
to support each other and not go after each other. So
Yeah, exactly.
yeah, we're not
The good
fighting
ones.
for
Yeah.
yeah, we're not fighting for the next promotion. So
No, no, or in competition with each other because
yeah,
yeah, it's all about helping each other, supporting each other.
yeah.
Well, and that's really led you to your coaching thing too, where so you kind of have the best of because you're still working a corporate job, right?
I actually am working a like full-time job at a grocery store as a produce manager. So
Nice.
yeah, I get to see people and it's
See,
something I don't have to bring home with me, like, and then it gives me the time to work on Plexus and my life coaching. So
this is so cool because okay, for you, you have this three-legged stool now. That's really wow. So you've got a little bit of stability with a corporate-ish job. Or you're, doing the
yeah,
thing.
yep,
And then you've got the community and the supportive structure with Plexus. And then you also have this entrepreneurship, this
yeah,
coaching business that you're building for yourself, where you can
yeah,
really do a lot with all of that.
yeah.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, and it keeps me like happy and level and sane and
Hmm.
yeah, it's like the best of all the worlds.
Yeah. Well, and everybody takes a different path. I've talked to a lot of entrepreneurs, and it's fantastic that we're building something for ourselves.
Yeah.
And it's also scary because you don't
Yep.
have um the steady income. Nobody else
Yeah.
is telling you what to do. Nobody else is, it's a blessing and a curse, right? Because you're
Yes.
you're doing it for
Absolutely.
yourself.
And
Yeah.
it's crazy because like I am so much more stronger and confident now than I've ever been in my life. And so when I would run into people and they'd like bash something or, it didn't quite meet their expectations. Like for example, when I was working at one day I was working at the store, I had someone come up and say, "Oh, you've really fell far from you were working up at this job or whatever, getting paid more and whatever, and now you're here." And it was like I
Wait.
I exactly right. I'm like, first of all, who said it? I was like, well, whatever. And then I love working here. And plus, that person doesn't know that I'm doing life coaching or anything else. So don't judge me. Like,
Oh my God.
yeah, and it's
Somebody
crazy.
had the balls
Yeah,
or whatever to say that to you.
yeah.
How dare they?
Small town, but I just, and
Small
normally,
thinking.
yeah, exactly. And normally that stuff would just drive me absolutely nuts. I'd get all defensive, I'd blow up or whatever, or run to the back and be angry. But I was just kind of like, dude, you have no idea what I've went through, why I'm here. You've never walked in my steps, so you don't
Right.
get to judge me. And that I just rolled it off, and I'm like, no, like I I have made mistakes, and I probably did give up some um better opportunities, but they've all brought me here, and I have, my house, and I have a partner, and I have my girls, and I have, my car, and like I have the food in like I'm paying my
Mm-hmm.
bills. I'm doing everything I can and everything that I want to do for my life. I'm not having to meet
Mm-hmm.
other people's expectations. I'm not having to do what other people are telling me to do. Like, at the end of the day, like I tell my coaching clients, like, at the end of the day, I'm the one that I need to make happy. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm not put on the earth for like everybody else. Like this is me, this is my life, these are my decisions. And at the end of the day, I have to be happy with what I
You have
decide.
to hold your head up high.
Yeah. And I can finally do that for the first time in like
Good for you.
40 whatever years.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Really, when you think about it, how sad for that dude to project his own
Yeah.
fears on you. I mean,
Yeah.
how sad that was that he must be very, very wounded himself.
Yeah. And he was older, so it was just like, yeah, things are different nowadays, but like don't the comments people make without thinking, it's just like, wow, mind blown, but
Yeah.
whatever. But it
Sad.
also shows me like, I'm so glad I'm not like that. Like, I'm a much happier person. Like,
You're pulling yourself up,
yeah,
and with the idea of supporting others and following your purpose
yeah,
and serving yourself and others and
yeah,
being the best you can be. And that is so much to hold your head up for, and
yeah,
so be so proud.
yeah. Thank you. I am.
Good.
It's just
Good.
like it brought me to this with you. Like it brought me to things with like Robin, and now Robin and I are on the same Plexus team. Like it's just like I said, it's amazing how people are put in your path, and like I don't know. I mean, yeah, there are some things that I probably wish I would have done differently, but really like it wouldn't have brought me to where I am today. Like everything I've done, or the lessons that I've learned, or the mistakes that I made, like it wouldn't have helped me become stronger, more confident, more sure of my
Mm-hmm.
path and journey. And it's helped me with parenting. I'm really open with my girls. Um, yeah, it's just crazy to think about what things could have been like and what they are. So, but like I said,
Right.
at the end of the day, if I'm happy with my decisions, then
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Took
Yeah.
me a very long time to love myself.
Oh
So,
my gosh. Yeah. Especially with, the small town. I grew up in a very small town too. And I can look back and see the community, and it's a great community. But, if you were in that situation where you fall into a routine and you have this circle and you're in the bar every night, or you're hanging out, and yeah, that becomes so easy to just fall into. I can see where that could happen.
mhm.
And
And
just, yeah,
yeah,
that you've come out of that.
yeah. And change is really hard, like
Yeah.
no doubt. And I don't judge people that don't want to change. Like it is hard. And when you get used to doing things the way that you've been doing them for so long or whatever, like
Mm-hmm.
yeah, like maybe like I said, I don't judge them. Like I used to be very judgmental, but now like going through what I've gone through and seeing the things that I've seen and doing the things I've done, it's just like I look at people completely differently now than I did when I
Mm-hmm.
was drinking. Um, but I, I just I just want to help people see that if they're unhappy or if they feel stuck in their job or their weight or whatever it is, that they can change. And I just want to be able to provide them with tools to help them change. I'm not going to do it for
Mm-hmm.
them. I just want to help guide them and be there for them.
Yeah.
Their big cheerleader or their coach or, whatever, friend,
Yeah.
accountability partner.
Nice.
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, and being, change is hard, or it's even hard to say or hard to think about. And a lot of people, when you go through a big change like that, it's common to hear, "Oh, you're starting over," or "I'm starting over." Well, you're never starting over. You have all of the experiences that have brought you to this point. You've got all of those life lessons. You've got that purpose calling you. You've got all these things that are working together to lift you up to the next best version of yourself. So it's not starting over. It's just, expanding and
Yeah.
growing.
Yep, exactly. Growing. So, yeah, I mean, change is good and it's
Mm-hmm.
mostly usually healthy. So, and I've been through a lot so that's why I created my own coaching business, actually Transformative Pathways. And like I said, the online course, it's just basically the process that I walked through myself.
Okay.
So like I know that it works. It's just whether or not the person wants to put the work into it
Mm-hmm.
to get them to where they want to be. So
what kind of person would you be working with?
Honestly, it's one of those courses that's kind of universal. So whatever your goal is to, cut back on drinking, losing weight, eat healthy, gain more confidence, more motivation, energy, really, it's what I've put into it is really kind of, like I said, universal. It could be used for anybody. I mean, ideally, when I started it, it was more like self-confidence. But then as it progressed, it was just kind of like,
Mhm.
well, honestly, I've used these tools in all my stuff, but keeping me sober or um keeping me motivated to work out or eat better or, whatever, like and confidence. Like, so really it really is universal. And basically, you and just like with direct sales or anything, you get out of it what you're going to put into it. So if you're willing to
Mhm.
do the work, you're going to see the results. So yeah, I mean, I love it, and I've just been a little nervous to like finish it up. I don't know if it's just because it's my baby and it's like, oh my gosh, once it's done and up, it's like I'm done working on it and
Oh.
whatever, but it's just, I don't know. It's like I
That's
have
only
had so,
beginning,
yeah.
just the
It's
beginning.
like, and maybe it's a little bit of fear of failure, but honestly, like, um, out of how many people in the world, I'm like, it's probably going to help at least. I mean, it helped me, so it'll probably help some people, but it's just one of them things that's like, yeah, but what if nobody wants it? Or like, who am I to like
There's that
make this?
imposter syndrome again.
Exactly. So it's like whatever. But
Yeah.
no, I love it. I really just need to finish it, get it posted online, and
Mhm.
yeah. So
Awesome. Well, an action will bring clarity.
yeah.
You'll put it out there, you'll mark it, you'll tell people what it's about and help people understand it and answer
Yep.
questions. And I think the more people you talk to, the more you put it out there, the more you'll see, okay, I could tweak this little bit about it in the
Yeah,
next time, or I could do this, or I could take it this direction, or yeah, you'll have a
exactly.
lot of
Exactly.
clarity.
Yeah, and like I said, it's definitely helped me become more confident and stronger in my purpose and path. So, but it's also led me to um Robin and Plexus and like my health and wellness journey. So now like I have all these different ideas of what I can do, and the nice thing about it is it's my business. It's my baby, so I can do
Yeah.
whatever I want.
Yeah. Right. You can
So
incorporate both. You
yeah,
can like
like
weave it together and
yeah. So it's just exciting to know that you have this thing that you can do whatever you want with, and
uh-huh.
people will take it or they'll leave it, and as long as
Yeah.
it's helped you or one other or whatever you want the goal to be,
Yeah.
like yeah. So
And if they choose no right now, maybe later is better.
yep,
And I mean, you just
yep.
never
No,
know what
not now, or
someone's
no, not
timing.
ever. Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. So for those of us that don't know, I mean, I've heard of Plexus. Robin has told me a little bit about
Hmm.
it, and I've seen online people drinking a pink drink.
Yeah.
But can you tell us a little bit more about the company and about what's
Um,
this pink drink thing all about?
yeah, so they're really big on gut health. And that's what drew me to it. So but yeah, I guess the pink drink is their big thing. Right now, like triplex is what I use. So like it's like probiotics helping your gut, because if you do any like research on gut health, it is
Uh-huh.
amazing what your gut all affects. Like it's your second brain, and it affects everything. It can affect like things that I've read, it can affect your anxiety, depression, um, everything. So it's like they really focus on the gut health aspect. And then they have like this reset, which is like a 3-day um uh kind of like a cleanse, that it's a really gentle way to just reset your metabolism and your cravings and stuff like
Hmm.
that. So but yeah, mostly really big into gut health, and that's what drew me to it, is just because
Okay.
I've had stomach problems for like ever, and so a lot
Wow.
of people are like, well, doesn't it just make you go to the bathroom all the time? And it's like, no.
Okay. Well, and there's a difference, right, between like probiotics and prebiotics and,
Hmm.
that whole gut biome
Yep,
balance, right?
microbiome and everything. And I'm by no means a professional or a doctor or whatever. I just have gone by what I've researched. And even before Robin told me about Plexus, I had been interested in gut health anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So and the mind gut connection or whatever. So like when she told me more about this, like the reason I tried it was because my energy was really low. I was going to bed by like 6, 7, 8 at night,
Oh my gosh.
not focusing on like getting my life coaching stuff going. I was tired during the day at work. I was drinking like energy drinks and
Mm,
eating stuff that's just not good for you because you're on the go, so you're eating junk or whatever. And
hmm.
so then when I tried this and like had been reading more on the gut health aspect stuff, like it just, I saw results almost instantly. Like my energy, like I was up past 9, 10 o'clock. I'm like, oh my God, like I'm actually getting stuff done. Like I'm being productive. So like in some weight loss for me and stuff, and like I just feel so much better. I don't feel so, and as a woman, you'll probably understand this, and most people would anyway, and probably men too, but like when you feel so like heavy and you're just like, ugh, or blah, or meh,
Mm,
or whatever, like I don't have that heavy, bloaty meh
yeah.
feeling.
Well, I think some people, you can do an elimination diet or whatever and try and figure out what is it that bugs me or that is not working well in my system. And
Yep.
like for me, simple carbs I feel that heaviness
Yeah.
after.
Yep. Yep. And that's, yeah, this like helps you. So like with the reset, which is really nice, is once you've done that 3-day reset that they have, like you can just start putting healthy
Mm,
foods and
hmm.
so that you're not like my sugar cravings have, I was getting up in the middle of the night, like making a round from the bathroom to my fridge to eat a snack or a
Oh,
cupcake or
wow.
whatever. And like since I've started Plexus, like I haven't had those crazy sugar cravings because when you give up alcohol, like your body craves all that sugar. And
Oh,
so like I would eat like Nerds candy and Mike and Ike's and like all this stuff like
oh my
crazy, like
gosh.
that was like my life. And it was like, okay, this is I something's got to change. So when I finally Robin was talking to me about this stuff and then I tried it and it went really good. It was the triplex that I started with. And then I just did the reset last month and I lost 7 pounds
Holy buckets.
and 3 inches from that, from like the bloat. And yeah, it was,
Really?
yeah. So it just like, so that's why I like it because I know that it works. And that's what excites me about it is like with Traveling Vineyard, I was good with that because I liked the wine and I drink the wine and I could teach people about it, like, or any company that I've been with, like Tastefully Simple, like you like the products, you use the products, it's,
It's a
they
no-brainer.
sell themselves. Like you're not really in
Yep.
it for the sales. I'm in this to feel better, and to help others feel better. And it just kind of just goes right in line with my coaching because it's like health and wellness, confidence. Usually if you
Yeah.
feel good on the inside and out, your confidence is a little bit better. So like I just love that it all like ties together and it just
Hmm.
excites me. So
That's awesome.
yeah, and I, and a lot of people are like, oh, it's pyramid or multi-level marketing, or it scares people. And it's like,
Hmm.
no, it's like it's a legit company. They've been in business for how many years? Like they're not, and if you would look at their compensation plan, like it's not a scheme. It's people are making their life, like this is what they do. This is their everything, and it's legit. Like it's not, you're not scamming people. You're helping people heal themselves
Hmm.
and it's providing your however you want to put your income or whatever. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Supplemental. Hmm.
yeah. Yep.
It's interesting too, or a little challenging for those of you in the Plexus world. I feel like because it's medical, it's
Yeah.
helping you on the inside. And so that adds a layer of complexity to it where you're
Yeah.
having to explain things. And if you're not a doctor,
Yep.
it's difficult to, I'm sure the company provides you with materials that you can
Yep.
provide.
Yep. What we can and can't say. And yeah, exactly. And that I think is one of the things that always scared me about um supplement companies or things like this. It was because it was like, I don't want to give somebody the wrong information. Obviously, you always want to consult with your doctor, but um, I was afraid, yeah, I was afraid that, oh, it's, supplements or whatever, and it, but now learning more with it and growing with it, it's just like, it really is something that isn't as scary, I guess. Like,
Mm-hmm.
it's actually more exciting to me just because I am really open to learning more stuff. But yeah, I still get, pushback on, oh, well, I have to, what does my doctor say or whatever. And honestly, a lot of testimonials and stuff I've read, like a lot of doctors are on board with it for people, which
Mm-hmm.
was really reassuring to me. And like just some of their people that do their training calls and stuff, it was just really reassuring to watch them talk about like the products and
Yeah.
stuff too. So like all natural and like you're not feeding your body full of junk and you don't have to worry about, oh, I stopped taking it, now what? Like
Mm-hmm.
is it all going to come back tenfold or whatever, whatever.
Right.
Yeah. So, but again, it is scary just because it is
Yeah. Well,
supplements and stuff, but
and in the past, there have been other companies that were not as reputable, and that or some representatives and leaders that were not as reputable on some of those other health and wellness kind of
yeah.
companies where they'd make, kind of outrageous claims, especially during like COVID. Oh, this will cure COVID. No.
Do your research.
Have a seat. Yeah. Listen to an actual scientist if they're,
Yes.
yeah,
Yeah.
let's not.
There is no miracle cure for everything. I mean,
Right.
if there was, people would be trying to sell it and make a bank off of it. But
Right.
it's really important that people, you do your research, you be open-minded.
Yep. And check with your doctor if you're concerned
Exactly.
about it. They've probably
Yep.
heard of Plexus, and if they haven't, you can provide them with a link or give them
Yep. Yeah,
the sheet
exactly.
that says all the information. And
Yep. And like in mine too, like, so I have a pituitary tumor and I have high blood pressure, high cholesterol. According to the BMI charts, I'm obese, which whatever. But like it's things like that that I
that's
want to,
cute.
yeah,
Mm.
whatever. Fat with a PH, whatever, I don't care. But no, like I know I am never going to be a size 0 and
Mm.
super thin and whatever. That's that my body's just not made that way.
Yeah.
But I am doing this for me just to feel better, have the energy, motivation. The mental clarity has been a huge thing. I'm not so achy like I used to
Mm.
get, like working out or whatever, you get really sore or whatever.
Oh,
I
yeah.
I don't have that achiness. Like if I sit for too long or something and you get up and
Mm-hmm.
your knees or whatever hurt,
Preach.
crack, whatever. Yeah, like I don't I don't have that stuff. And that's what I was looking for. And I had spent years looking for something. I've tried supplements from I don't know how many different companies. And finally this has actually been working really well for me. So yeah,
That's
I'm glad I
awesome.
had an open mind and decided to try it and that Robin shared
Mm-hmm.
the information with me. So yeah, it's
That's
been going really
cool.
good.
Well, okay, so can I ask you what's a pituitary
Tumor.
tumor? Okay.
Okay,
What
so
is
your
that?
pituitary gland is located at the base of your brain
Okay.
and it messes with your hormones. It can,
Awesome.
yeah, I know, right? Like, and I found this out because when I was first trying to get pregnant, I couldn't get pregnant. And they were going to do the in vitro or whatever it was, like
Yeah.
all this stuff. And I'm just like, whatever. And well, finally they decided to do this big, huge blood panel thing or whatever. And my
Mhm.
my prolactin level was high. And that's how they found that I had this. So I had to do an MRI and they found this pituitary tumor. And it's tiny. It's like not even as big as a needle or a pinhead,
Oh,
whatever.
really?
Yeah, tiny little thing. But it was telling my body that I was already pregnant, even though I wasn't. And you can't get pregnant when
Oh.
you're pregnant, evidently. So like,
Mm.
yeah. Who knew, right?
Who knew?
So anyway, so I had to go on meds because they wanted to shrink it and it worked. So these meds worked. Um, and if either meds don't work that they give you, the only way to get rid of it is through your
Uh-huh.
nose or the base of your brain. And I'm like, I think
Oh,
we'll try the meds.
check, please.
Like, that does just not sound fun to me at all. So yeah,
Oh
the
my
meds have been
God.
good. And then it was actually so good that I got to stop taking the meds for a while. But then I started noticing again, like hair growth or like tired, like a little bit of headaches, stuff like that. And so then I had it checked again and it was high. And now they put me on meds again. And so and the meds help. So in the long run, I'm hoping to get off, the high blood pressure, the high cholesterol, the med that I'm on for this pituitary tumor. And yeah, but yeah, it messes with your hormones. So it's like, well, no wonder why like people
Yeah.
thought I was crazy. I don't know.
Well, heavens to Betsy. That it just seems like, so many things are affected by hormones
Yes.
and the signals that they send to your
Yeah.
body to do X, Y, and Z. And if you have that happening on top of your gut is all over the place
Yeah.
and
Yeah. Is no wonder why
a
I couldn't.
chemical imbalance and yeah.
Yeah. Hot mess express. I'm just a fun hot mess
Wow,
without
you
the
are a
booze.
fun hot mess, aren't we all? Mm.
Yes, we are.
In one way or another, everybody's got something.
Yeah, very true. But yeah, so and a lot of people aren't aware of like pituitary tumor. So it's been kind of interesting because
Yeah,
when I say it, they're like, "What?"
I've never heard of it.
Yeah,
I
I'm
mean,
like,
I've heard
it's
of the pituitary gland, but not that it was possible to have a tumor that,
yeah, and it's obviously benign or whatever, but they still
uh-huh.
it because it can mess up your hormones and everything. Like this tiny little thing can wreak so much havoc on your brain. Like, yeah, they obviously want to take care of it. So
Wow.
yeah, but now. Plexus has definitely helped with like the energy and not being so tired and mental clarity and all that stuff. So it's been
Oh, good.
been a blessing to yeah.
Well, I imagine it would take a long time to get all of that back into balance or all of that to where it should be,
Yeah.
because you've taken alcohol out. That was, you said three years ago?
August it'll be 3 years, yeah.
3 years. Okay. So, yeah. And I'm sure that would take some time to
Yep.
regulate and be back
Oh yeah, definitely.
that. And, yeah, your gut and the tumor, all of that, I would think would be,
Yeah. Yeah, it was like and I couldn't lose one of the big things is I couldn't lose weight and it was just like I'm just stuck at the scale number, which honestly don't go by your scale, your weight, go by measurements.
oh,
Um
uh-huh.
is what I tell people just because your body, bloating, water, whatever can affect,
Oh,
yeah, the weight. But like, my measurements weren't moving. But like being low energy, like you don't have motivation to do a whole lot. So they even the thought of working
mm-hmm.
out, and I was really good at working out consistently. So it was like, oh my God, I need to get my mojo back. Like, what is going on? So just
Mm,
like finding something that helps me stay focused and like more energy and stuff. It's just been a huge game
wow.
changer. Yeah.
Well, and okay, can I ask you how old you are?
Yeah. I am 44, almost 45 in
Okay.
November. So
Okay, girl, not to scare you or anything. However, 44 is when I started having perimenopausal
yeah.
things. Yeah. And 60 now and in menopause and or past menopause, I guess you technically, chemically, whatever. Whatever. I'm not
Bodily,
bitter.
whatever.
Yeah. So there are all these things, these changes that occur, and you feel like you're having an out of body experience because you have no control. I'm like, you can be in the middle of a conversation and all of a sudden be like wringing wet.
Yeah.
It's just, it's stupid with two O's, is what it
Yeah.
is.
Yeah. I know. I know. I have a lot of friends too that are like going through perimenopause and stuff. And like maybe I am. I don't know. But like I try not to like worry too much of
Good.
what's going to
Because that's
drag
not
me
going to
down.
help.
Yeah, no. I'm like, I'm going to go through it at some point anyway. Like, what can
Mhm.
I do today that's going to make
Oh,
me get to where I want to be? Like, what can I do today? I'm going to focus on that. I'm going to focus on the
that's
positive
good.
and not I mean, focusing on you can't control does no good. It causes you
No,
so much stress.
it orders it up.
Yeah. It's just, like you're manifesting the problem
Exactly.
by sitting there thinking. And that's one of
Exactly.
the reasons why I knew I needed to quit drinking was because I would just sit there and stew over things that hadn't happened. And it's like, well, what if this
Oh,
happens and then this happens and this? And it just, I couldn't get those thoughts out of my brain. It was just so loud. And it was like, okay, this has got to stop. So yeah, that was one of the contributing factors to my getting sober too was yeah. So it does you no good to sit and worry about things you cannot
yeah.
control. So just
Right.
focus on the today, the here and now. Like what can you do today? Or one small, like if you're looking to change something, just one small baby step. What's one
Hmm.
small thing you can do to change?
It's very
Like
wise.
yeah, to move you closer to
Yeah.
your goal weight or your dream job or your whatever you're looking for.
That little nudge that's pulling towards you or pulling
Yeah.
you towards it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like, okay, so I want to apologize for for that cautionary tale. Because
No worries.
no, we're not going to manifest that crap. We're not
No.
going to do that. Audience, do not manifest a hot flash in this moment.
Yeah. Manifest good things.
That's right. That's right. Oh
Yeah.
gosh. Kacey, what have I not asked you that you want to share with my audience?
I don't I think we like covered quite a bit of ground. Like I feel like one one tip obviously is the one like just focus on what you can control and being positive has been a huge impact for me with any of my challenges. I've been through two divorces, um, alcoholism, health struggles, like everything. Like losing my mom was a big one last year. Like I still struggle with that a little bit, but if you can find even one small positive or three positive things for anything negative going on in your life, like grip onto those positives and just keep moving forward and don't get stuck.
Mm.
Because for
Mm.
so long I was just stuck feeling like I was never enough and I could never do good things or like people would never listen to me. And once you get out of that stuckness and you find your confidence and you feel like you're on the right path, like just keep going and don't listen to what other people think or say or whatever, because then you're going to stay stuck.
Don't let their limitations argue your position.
Yep, just positivity and yeah, it's a
Yeah.
huge thing. Find
I
what
love it.
motivates you. Find things that bring you joy. Like it's kind of funny because on this journey, like I would think back to before I even started drinking, which was when I was 16. So I drank
Oh my gosh.
for like 25 years. I drank for a long
Mm.
time. Like I would go back to like what brought me joy then, and I could remember like like the music or the people or the things I would do, like go laying in the sun, like listening to Matchbox 20. I went to Matchbox 20 concert at the State Fair last summer,
Ah,
like things like that.
fun.
Like just find the things that brought you joy before you got to your dark place. Like that was a huge thing for me. So
Mm.
and now I try not to dwell on little things. Yeah, I still struggle with like finance stuff. Like that's just something I work on every day. Like I mean, you're always going to have something, but if you can focus on like the positive things that keep moving you forward, that's a huge thing.
That's great advice for all of us. I love
Yeah.
it.
Yep.
Cool. Thank you so much, Kacey.
Yeah.
This has been amazing.
It has been. It was so good to talk with you.
You too. Good to catch up.
Yep,
And you
definitely.
have do you have a website set up for your coaching business and for
I
your
do.
for
I can like send it to you.
yeah, I'll put it in the show notes for everyone so that
Yeah,
they can
I'll do
find
that.
you.
It's a lot
Yeah.
easier than me trying to explain the hyphens and the dashes and the
Yeah.
.com stuff. So,
Yep. I
yeah,
get it.
but yeah, I do
Cool.
have a website and a Facebook group that anyone can join. So, yep.
What's the name of your Facebook group?
That one's just Transformative Pathways Coaching on Facebook.
Okay,
So,
cool.
yep. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, you look fantastic. You
So do
sound
you.
fantastic.
It's so good to talk.
You too. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Well, okay. So good luck with your three-legged stool.
Yeah.
Strength all around.
Yes.
Love it.
Thank
All good
you.
things.
Yes.
Yes. All right. Well, good luck, and I will talk with you soon, hopefully.
All right. Sounds good.
Okay. Thanks, Kacey.
All right. Yep.
Bye. That's a wrap on this episode of Penny for Your Shots. If you loved today's conversation, don't let the inspiration stop here. Get my weekly insider updates straight to your inbox. It's where I spill behind-the-scenes goodies, exclusive tips, and all the fun stuff I don't always share on the podcast. Sign up now at pennyforyourshots.com/insider. I'll see you in your inbox next Thirsty Thursday. Cheers!